Brooklyn's historic The Black Lady Theater is now taking bookings. Host your next birthday party, concert, networking event, baby or bridal shower, wedding, art show, gala, corporate event, live stage play, audition, and so much more. At the one and only The Black Lady Theater. Mention code GODCAST for 15% off your rental fee. Code good for the first time customers only. Valid for a limited time. Call 718-771-0900 to book your event today.
Peace. Today is Wednesday, June 26th. Make it today's math.
Wisdom, equality, all being born to build, destroy.
That's right. Use your wise words to share your equality. Use your wisdom equally to build and add on to the positive and destroy the negative. Peace. Yeah. Welcome back to the Yanadameen Godcast. I'm Lord Jamar.
I'm Digga.
And between us, right about now, we have our esteemed guest. Welcome to the show, Shay Johnson in the house.
Get it there. Make some noise for Shay.
You may know her from Love and Hip Hop Miami, or even originally Flavor of Love. But, you know, right now she's an evolved woman. And she's here to talk about, you know, certain issues that's close to her heart right now and things that we're into here, you know, especially health-wise. And we're going to get into that in 1 second. But before we continue, if you'd like to donate to the show, go to cash.me/$Yanadameen, patreon.com/Yanadameen, bounty.com/Yanadameen, or Yanadameen.com/support. If you'd like to advertise with the show, go to Yanadameen Godcast at Gmail. And we appreciate y'all. Thank you. YouTube Live, we here. What up? Everybody's happy to see Shay in the house right now. Yeah, right there. That's YouTube Live right there. So yeah, Digga. You good?
Yes, I'm Gucci.
We got the queen here today. Your people shouted us out, and we thank you for that. You know, we thank them for that, and we're glad that you know, as you made your rounds here in New York, that the Yanadameen Godcast was somewhere that you felt that, you know.
That's right.
I absolutely had to come here.
We really appreciate you. We you know, we've known you. We feel like we've known you from over the years. You know. 2006. We're gonna just briefly go, you know, past. We're not gonna get all into details, but you started, and yes, you correct me. It wasn't there. The beginnings of reality TV. All right. Yeah. But I feel like for me, because I wasn't really like into some of those earlier shows, but like once Flavor of Love came out, it seemed like, oh, they're really trying to go after like niggas. You know what I mean? They're going after black people right now. Right. And I'm here for it. You know what I mean? I was there for all the wildness that went down, and you were definitely someone that stood out, you know, amongst the...
That's a good thing.
Fray. Yeah. Like, how did you even get that, if you...
Craigslist.
Huh? Craigslist.
Yeah.
They posted it on Craigslist.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I was in Atlanta, Georgia, working for the state of Georgia, and I seen, you know, under Craigslist they have a section called gigs. So I clicked on there and just tell you about different castings and things like that. So it came across, and Craigslist, you don't know what you're going to get a lot of times.
I was going to say, did you know what it was?
Killers and all type of weird stuff. just in case it was real, I went ahead and filled out the form and sent in the 5 sentences they asked for. And they called me within an hour by the time I was on my lunch break. They came to see me a week later, and I had a long, extended interview, but they gave me my contract.
What do you think the sentence was that made them call you back within an hour? What do you think you said that made these motherfuckers say, we need her?
They asked me so many questions, I don't know, and I was having a bad day. So my answers were just on point.
Very candid.
And you didn't give a fuck.
Very extra. I did not care. So I was like, wow, maybe that was good that my energy was where it was. But it got me on the show, and that was the beginning of my reality movement with Shay Johnson.
Right.
Did you have to send a picture in too?
No, they took a picture of me right then, right there.
Oh, so they just got the sentences before even knowing what you look like.
Everybody didn't get their contract right then, right there, but I was just one of the ones that I guess they liked my personality.
You said some shit.
Yeah, clearly I said something.
So you did Flavor of Love. That was an experience. People got to know you. I'm not even gonna get into, because I know you don't even like that nickname that you were given at that time. We're not even gonna call you that here. Although a lot of people know you by that. But anyway, so how did you now, fast forward, who hit you up for this Love and Hip Hop Miami, or what were you on, Atlanta first, and then
after Flavor of Love, I did Charm School with Monique.
Oh,
right. I remember that.
And then I did a show that never came out, I Love Money. The second season never came out because someone passed. And then I went to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
But hang on, you got paid, yes?
Yes, we got paid for what we did. But
Let's clap it up. Let's clap it up for getting paid for work that never comes out. I've experienced that before. It's a lovely feeling.
No, I get it, but the majority of the income.
But I'm sorry that somebody passed away.
Yeah, it was sad. I hate talking about it. But after that, of course, Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, then Love and Hip Hop Miami. But Amina Diop, I've been with her for years. She's the one that actually got me on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Okay, is that your manager?
Yeah.
Okay, so she got you on there, okay, that's dope. Well, shout out to her.
Yeah, and I'm still working with her to this day.
Right, so she got you on there, and then
I went to Miami, where my brother was. My baby brother lives in Miami. He's been there 10 years, and I wanted something different. And the money was different.
Right, and so they said, since you here in Miami,
I didn't allow them to wait. I didn't wait for someone to call me. I reached out and again, and it just happened.
So you inserted your will.
I prayed about it, and I put my faith behind that and worked behind it, and it worked.
You see, that's the intention of the mind, people. Like the intention of the mind, when you decide something in your mind and you just make it happen, like you don't take no for an answer.
Gotta pray it into existence sometimes.
Yeah, exactly.
Some good shit.
Yeah.
All right, so now you're on there snatching broads' wigs off and flossing them.
Every now and then,
I don't watch it like
every
that,
now and then you gotta speak a language bitches understand.
That segment right there, that was quite entertaining. She said, ha ha, bitch, I got your wig, bitch. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that was your impersonation. That's your Shay.
Well, in that moment, I'm not gonna. That's pretty much what she was doing, right? That's what she did, right?
The voice and everything.
Listen,
I'm just messing.
I'm not some.
No, he always impersonating people. I'll just be getting a kick out of his impersonations.
This is just. They're never meant to be exact. You see,
in your head, if you had to snatch a wig, that's how you did it.
They're caricatures. You see, they're caricatures of a person. So the same way an artist might draw some shit, and the shit is a little exaggerated, is the same way when I do my voices of people.
I got you.
They're caricatures of the person at the time,
how
I see it. You did? All right.
Right up.
So now let's move fast forward. Let's get into a little more serious subjects. On the show, part of your storyline was the fact that you had some health issues dealing with fibroids.
Yeah, I did.
Right.
I can relate. I have the worst, extreme case of fibroid. I can't even leave the house during the time of the month.
Now, I knew this was something that y'all had in common.
I have questions.
talk.
Oh, please.
Talk, sisters.
Yeah, it's bad
They
for
say
me.
Lord Jamar
Like,
be interrupting. I'm just going to listen right now.
I've tried every process under the sun, holistic and otherwise, and I just said, you know what? I give up. I'm getting a hysterectomy. You win. Whatever powers that be is
So they're
putting
long
this.
and extended?
Yeah.
Past 14 days, how long?
Mine's is basically the same diameter as like a baby. Like it's like
So it's a small fetus.
yeah, like mine's are huge.
Yours were bigger. How many do you have?
I have 3.
Okay.
I have 2 huge ones and 1 maybe medium size.
Are you uncomfortable when you sleep?
But see, that's the thing. I don't experience any pain. I don't experience like the suffering that I hear the majority of women talk about, like pain during intercourse, things like that. Like I don't.
Anemic?
I am.
It's because you're probably losing too much.
Way too much. I mean, I could really get into like how much I lose, but it's, yeah, no, it's.
Feeling like you're gonna faint sometimes?
Well, I haven't, my iron hasn't dropped to the point of where, you know, I felt like I was going to pass out, but I've had transfusion before, and I get iron fusions regularly to bring my iron back up. I have them, my daughter already had surgery to have hers removed.
Myomectomy or hysterectomy?
No, she got the myo. Okay. No, she you know, she's in her early 20s, they wouldn't.
So in her early 20s, she had fibroids. How many did she have?
1.
She had one?
She had one. She had one big one. But it was causing her to hemorrhage and
Was she going to the bathroom a lot?
Mm-hmm. But no, we both do it. It's crazy.
Well, that's the symptoms I had. I was going to the bathroom 2-3 times an hour. My clots came out larger than the size of my palm. My periods were extended from 6 days normally to 14 days.
Mm-hmm.
I was hemorrhaging. I was fainting. I bust my head.
Your iron dropped.
My iron dropped. I am totally anemic. I have to be on iron pills even now, which I didn't like what they gave me because it makes you unfortunately constipated.
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to take stool softeners, and it's a process for women. What I didn't like with my process is when I went to the doctor, they made it seem like it was just an everyday thing, as if it was nothing. And I didn't like that feeling because I've never been through this before. It was hell. It altered my life. I didn't have a relationship. Like, what man wants to come into that? If I was dealing with somebody already, of course, I wish I had that, support. But I didn't have anybody. And so I stopped dating so I didn't have to bring them into my situation. So it was very depressing. It was sad. I pushed my fitness, Shay J Fit, to the side. I just didn't want to do anything.
Right.
I allowed it to grow so big, they had to do a myomectomy or hysterectomy. They gave me that option. I don't have kids. I don't want kids, so I chose the myomectomy because it was pushing against my bladder and I couldn't stop going to the restroom. I had so many accidents with my menstrual.
Well, I'm like, welcome to my world. That's why I don't leave the house. I just don't leave the house when I know. And I was refusing to get a hysterectomy because I just felt like that was the automatic go-to. For some reason, I felt like Black women are disproportionately affected by fibroids. And then, my conspiracy theory brain started going crazy. Like, wait a minute, I'm hearing this link to perms. I'm hearing this link to us getting our nails done. Is this, this is something, I'm going deep in my brain. Like, wait a minute, is this something that was designed to make Black women sterile? Like, the first thing the doctor recommends is hysterectomies.
Real quick,
So,
is this common amongst Black women?
It's common amongst women, period, but African American women.
we have it's disproportionate, the amount of Black women.
Disproportionate amongst Black women.
Right.
But it is
common.
What we consume, I think it has something to do with everything you just listed. Birth control.
Right, not just one thing.
Not just
a
one
family
thing.
of things,
I never
probably.
took birth control. I haven't had a perm in over 10 years.
But
Right.
both of your
And I don't
nails is on fleek.
And
Goodness gracious.
I don't
look
get
at those
perms.
You
nails.
look at different culture and look at their nails. But the African Americans receive the majority of this diagnosis. Why? It's not because of just nails. It has to be something
No,
else.
I'm just saying, both of y'all have really nice nails.
Thank
I'm
you.
just saying this
That's
is
all.
serious.
I'm just trying to give
you
y'all
know,
a
I know
compliment.
they-
Different
They attribute it to, you know, sometimes lifestyle and food. Like every article you read on fibroids, they'll give you a whole, you know, list of
what it could be. But they're not even sure.
Of possible mitigating factors. But one thing that is a fact is that it definitely affects us way more than it affects women of other races.
But to me, that's not enough information, and I think they need to do more research for sure. And I do believe herbs work. Why? Because I took them and it suppressed my symptoms. I don't know what herbs.
What herbs did you take that helped you suppress your symptoms?
It was a company called thehealthyhand.com, and they have just tea and just pills that you take. I did both of them because I was willing to do whatever at this point, jump off a bridge, like anything to get rid of it. That's how painful it was. But when I started to take them month after month, my menstrual started to change. But I kept going to the restroom. I couldn't stop going to the bathroom, and it was embarrassing at this point. So I rushed into a situation to have a myomectomy. So they just go in, remove the tumors. And
okay, because I don't really know what that is.
Well, let's start with what fibroids are. They're benign tumors that grow in your uterus.
Correct, I know that.
But everybody don't.
Okay,
so we're talking to
thank you. Yes,
right now.
Well, here's the camera and there's a camera.
And
you can choose whatever.
Live.
Yes, we are.
What I would suggest you guys understand that benign is non-cancerous, but these tumors can cause a lot of different symptoms that we deal with daily that can affect your everyday life. So I had a bad case. She just explained to you she had a bad case, but what I can tell you I did, I worked with the company, thehealthyhand.com. I took the tea and pills, and it actually worked. So now I'm a spokesperson for fibroids. Also, we have an event coming up in Miami. It's our first event, my PR and I, Jen. I want to bring more awareness to
Shout out to Jen in the house.
I would like to know if you would be interested in coming and sharing your story with the women that will show up.
I absolutely would.
Knowledgeable about this.
I absolutely would. Anybody that knows me personally, they know what I deal with. Like
I would love for you to come. I would
Yeah.
absolutely love. So after the show, we'll talk about that.
I'm not even disclosing like all of the
I know. It's messy.
all of the stuff that I have to deal with to keep it contained, but it's definitely debilitating and it does affect quality of life. So
Absolutely.
I would
Now,
love to participate.
you know, when you and I were talking earlier before the show, you know, yeah, some of the people try to talk about nails and hair, but I said a thing that I think people might be overlooking is our diet.
Oh yeah, absolutely diet.
That our diet actually could be a contributing factor to a lot of dis-ease that we just as human beings experience, period, let alone fibroids. So
That's
told
what I
me,
speak on.
right, so that's why I want to ask you now. You said you actually have changed your diet. So I want to know, A, what was your diet previously, and what have you changed your diet to now, and what differences have you seen, what benefits have you garnered from doing this?
Before, I was eating everything fried. I loved Popeyes. That was my favorite spot. Barbecue chicken.
Popeyes is fried in beef lard, just to let you know. I didn't know this for a while. I used to like Popeyes, I'm not gonna front. Beef lard, don't do it.
I loved my mother's sugared yams, you know, and everything she would make would consist of salt and sugar and everything that I didn't need, but I didn't understand.
Well, you're from Georgia, yes?
No, I'm actually not. My father was in the Army.
Oh, so you moved around?
I was born in Hawaii. I was there 8 years in San Francisco, New York, Milwaukee, then Atlanta, now Miami.
Well, what is your parents' background as far as?
Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Okay.
And my father, he went to the Army. That's how we ended up in Hawaii.
Got you.
But a lot of people, I just was in Atlanta, and I had my start in Atlanta. But I'm glad you asked me the questions about my eating habits, because I had terrible eating habits. Bread, I could eat a whole loaf of bread. All I gotta do is take off the ends and smush it to a nice ball and eat.
Are we talking white bread?
Yep. Any bread, I don't care. Bread. I love bread.
I used to be a bread.
And you smush it into a ball?
Or Charlie's, they got the best bread. Yep. Into a ball.
I used to do that at the end when I just didn't feel like eating no more. Then I would make little, I'd wet the bread a little bit and make little balls and like sculpt it. I don't know what the fuck I was doing.
Hey, Kendrick ate syrup sandwiches. So
I used to do shit like that.
See, I missed that. I still ain't get that
Man,
far.
I done had mayonnaise sandwiches back in the days. You kidding me?
I hear that. I'm not a mayonnaise fan.
Yeah, I don't eat mayonnaise at all. I couldn't. It's gonna make me vomit. Oh, but I had a bad eating habit. So what I stopped doing was chicken, pork, beef. I stayed away from bread.
Well, you should have been stopped eating pork.
No, I did. Pork was done before.
Good.
So for the past 4 years, it's chicken and mostly beef. You know what I mean?
Right.
But pork over 10 years.
Good
That's
for
down in
you.
my system. So it's just, how do I feel was your last question?
Well, you know, what are the benefits that you feel that you've gotten from changing your diet?
The benefits is my energy level is different. My skin, I can tell, is different. I used to break out a lot. My skin is different. I just feel more like that I can do more. I think better. I move better. I think it affected my mind. I can't explain it. I don't know how changing your eating diet did that, but back in the day, we didn't have the type of foods and processed foods we consume today.
I do know that, you know, nowadays, like, foods contain so many hormones in them, and hormones are a factor in making the fibroids grow. Like, fibroids function like babies. It's almost like they
feed
like
off blood.
Right, they feed off blood. They feed off
menstrual
the same nutrients that, you know, that I guess that theoretically a baby would. So when you're taking in these foods like the especially because one of the things they tell you to try to stay away from is meat, especially when you have fibroids. Like, you know, if you have to eat meat, try to eat organic. Like, anything with hormones, anything with preservatives, anything with sugar,
and which
dairy.
is most of the crap that they're shoveling people out
Those
here.
are the things that you can purchase that's cheap.
Right.
But anything expensive
these
and
are the
natural, they want you to come out of pocket.
And those are the things that
And that's almost like a
contribute
conspiracy
to
against
fibroid
poor
growth.
people from being healthy.
But if I keep you in a position, I can always take from you. You know, but if I give you what you need, you'll never come back to me. It's the system in all different areas. And that's the same thing when it comes to the food system, our health. Most doctors, they prescribe a temporary fix, something that will suppress your situation, not heal you. Why? Because I need you to come back. I need to receive more from you. If I heal you, the money is done.
The money's in the medicine.
So how long have you been, you know, a changed woman as far as your eating habits and your lifestyle?
I started to change my eating habits when I got into fitness, Shay J Fit. But I took it extremely further than I did back then when I had to deal with fibroids. Because I was told by everyone I talked to, because I spoke with 3 doctors, several holistic individuals, and they all said, diet, diet, diet. But I'm like, okay, I did change my diet, change it even more because it's something you're doing. And I knew it wasn't a perfect diet, but now it's just more strict.
Right.
Maybe her body can take more than my body, or my body can take more than hers. You have to learn your body. Learn and watch what you consume into your body, and you'll see a difference.
Now, do you feel like you're almost like a calmer person now?
Yeah.
Than you were?
In situation.
Yeah. I mean,
It depends.
of course, when agitated, we all can go to a certain place. Yeah. But do you think that that place is a little further away than it was when you were, you know, eating like a savage?
You know what? Because I can think more clear. So why take a certain approach towards a situation that will end up here when I can get there anyway and just move on? Like it doesn't make sense to sometimes be irate. Now, I'm not perfect. I get in situations, especially if I'm in love with somebody, where my emotions take over. But I'm learning. You know.
You're
Are
work
you
in
in love
progress.
with anyone right now?
You know, that's right.
Are we in love with anyone right now?
I definitely have love for someone, but I am single.
Okay.
Hey, you hear that?
I am.
You hear that, gentlemen?
That was I got love for someone, but I'm single.
That was dog whistle. Like,
Nice
hey,
answer.
you know, I'm be in town for the next few days. I'm just saying.
I got love for you, but
I'm in the NY area. Holla.
Well, listen, man, this was a great conversation. Like, really, just sitting and hearing y'all just talk about, you know what I mean, what y'all go through as women, and this sounds like some shit that, you know, like you said, black women suffer from this disproportionately, and you know, this is something that we need to bring awareness to. So, you know, how can people get in contact with you or whatever you promote? You know, what do you get? You said you got a thing going on in Miami again. So tell us about that one more time before we get out of here.
For the ladies that have fibroids, if you're trying to relieve your symptoms, you can go to the company I work with, which is thehealthyhand.com. They also have a Instagram, thehealthyhand_. Also, if you want to ask me any questions, because I talk to ladies all the time, almost every day, about fibroids, follow me on Instagram. I am Shay Johnson. Send me a DM or email, whatever you want to do. I answer all questions when it comes to that. I'm dealing with it. I know what you're going through, and you are not alone. Outside of that, follow my fitness page, Shay J Fit. And thank you for listening to my story, and thank you for having me.
Word.
That's great. On that
Give
note,
it up for our guests, y'all.
everybody, Shay Johnson, and we'll be right back.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.